Lingshed roughly translates to good hunting grounds. The legend is that a bunch of hunters from outside the valley inadvertently dropped some jowar seeds while on a hunt. The next season, when they returned to the valley to hunt, they saw these seeds had grown into healthy plants and were ripe with fresh seeds. Thus, they decided to settle in the valley and start farming. Since then, for about 1500 years, the Lingshed Valley has sustained a small population of peaceful farmers. And this farming community, in turn, have sustained all those mystics and monks who came to the valley in pursuit of spiritual evolution.
That's the Lingshed Gompa, which I reached at about 4 in the afternoon. So there was no place for them to accommodate me, so they let me pitch a tent in their garden. I have fresh water from a stream nearby, and I'm gonna stay here for another day.
My journey to Lingshed Gompa started from near a village called Marpaling Lamdong, which is about 10 kilometers out of Padum. The first 30 kilometers from Padum to Zangla went off in a blink. The road is super smooth, engineered with good banking on turns, and the visibility is fantastic. So I rode my motorbike fast, using up all the power that the puny 400cc engine could put out at this high altitude. The interesting bit starts after the police checkpost at Zangla. Riding on that dirt road, cut in the gorge of the Zanskar River, is an ADV biker's dream come true.
The road sign here, it says welcome. Probably that's for driving in the night. You can't see the road.
The flowing waters of Zanskar River have cut a deep, narrow gorge downstream from Zangla all the way to Sangam, where it pours into Darya Sindh. This river completely freezes over in winters, and before work on this road had started, the frozen river was used by villagers as a highway to walk to Leh and to transport heavy items on sledges.
So you can see how this road has been cut through sheer rock. At this very site, when the road was being cut, one Mr. Shamsher Singh, he was cutting through the rock using his JCB, and in an unfortunate incident, a huge rock slid from top over there and buried him along with his JCB right here at this site. And in memory and gratitude for his supreme sacrifice, the BRO has built this little temple and a little stone which talks about that story. This incident happened on the 18th of January 2011, and Sri Shamsher Singh was awarded the Shaurya Chakra on the 26th of January 2012.
I rode on this narrow, rough dirt trail for about 38 kilometers. then took a turn up and away from the Zanskar Gorge. The next 12 kilometers was definitely the steepest inclines I have tackled on dirt roads. The funny bit is that I did it twice so that I can film myself climbing. I'm taking a break, having some nuts, and enjoying the scenery. This is really the moonland, not Lamayuru. Check it out. Which is incredible. You see that? And then there is this road to come down from. So I just had the most insane climb ever. Came through that gap, and now the road towards the right goes towards Leh. The road on the left goes towards Lingshed Gompa. And that is Lingshed village at the bottom there. And there is Lingshed Gompa. Bye bye. I reached the Gompa just in time to catch the last of the debate sessions for the day. After that, I was invited to join the monks for their evening prayers and butter tea. I have spent many nights in camps, pitched tents and camped overnight in the deserts while we were in Dubai. The family also has this experience, but ironically, today is actually the first time I'm camping out of necessity and not out of the novelty of camping. But it's quite interesting. I'm quite grateful that there is a plain ground available and it's not raining. Although the sky is overcast, it's not raining. I sat for the 4:30 prayers at the Gompa along with the monks, and they during the prayers as well as after that, they kept refilling my cup with butter tea, and then a bucket full of sattu was brought along, and everybody just took handfuls of sattu, put it into their cups, and more butter tea was brought in, and then it was mixed, and that's what we had for dinner. So that by the time we had that was about 6:30ish. I'm not hungry, but
because I was feeling bored, I have some nuts and dates, so I was having that. I've got ample water, plenty of water, and it's about 8 o'clock now, and I'm settling in for the night. Out.
The lamas at Lingshed Gompa were very welcoming. Although I was a stranger, they took care of me as if I was an old friend visiting them after a long time. They have very little worldly possessions, and yet they have so much to give. There is so much to learn from them. Hopefully, someday I will catch up. If you enjoyed watching this journey, then stay tuned for the next episode, where I share my experience of riding solo from Lingshed, crossing two high altitude passes, Singela, Sirsirla, and eventually reaching Lamayuru.